Hi, please excuse my voice. I was at a cheer competition all weekend, screaming and yelling, so it's a little scratchy right now. So for my final reflection video, the first question is, what made you want to become a teacher, and how do you feel at this point in your journey? So I started out wanting to become a teacher because I love working with kids. I just always have, and I've been a cheer coach since I started at 14, doing junior coaching and little stuff like that, growing into getting a job when I finally could, 15, 16, when I could finally get a job. I got a job as a cheer coach, and I've been doing it ever since. And I enjoy working with kids, especially those younger kids, the early elementary age. That's really where I feel at home at. And honestly, teaching felt like the closest thing to coaching. So I wanted to have a career where I would still be able to work with kids and be able to teach them a bunch of different things and see that light bulb go off in their head whenever they finally understand something. At this point in my journey, honestly, if you would have asked me 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 3 years ago, even a year ago, where I would be at this point, it's definitely not where I thought I would be, but everything happens for a reason, and at this point, I feel fully prepared and ready to take the next step in my journey and my career as a teacher and in this profession. I feel like I'm ready to go. Excuse my cat. Some big takeaways from student teaching this semester, this final semester compared to last semester. I feel like I have learned so much more, and my mentor really pushed me to be the best I could possibly be, because as she told me, she basically threw me in the deep end, and it was basically a test to see, am I going to sink? Am I going to float? Am I going to rise to the occasion? And whenever I struggled, she was always there to pick me up a little bit, help me out. But her definitely throwing me in the deep end, I feel like that's what helped me the most. And it made me grow into who I am today and feel as confident as I do in front of just any group of students, a group of peers, other teachers. I'm much more confident in myself and my ability as a teacher. There were definitely some times where I wasn't the best as what I could be, but I feel like I've really pushed past those struggle points. Like, my classroom management was a big thing for me. I had the material and I knew what I needed to do, but it was a matter of applying it, and I just couldn't create that consistency and apply it and find something that really worked for me and what I used as management and behavior and stuff. But this semester I really figured it out. I cracked down on it, and we get compliments all the time that we are the most well-behaved kindergarten class on campus. So I feel like that's a super big accomplishment on my part, as well as my mentors as well. What have I learned about children teaching and learning? About children, they will say the craziest things, and they'll teach you many things along the way. So yes, I am teaching, and they're the students, and they should be the ones that are learning, but every day I tell them I'm learning something new too. I never know what I'm going to learn. It might be something as simple as someone's favorite color, or maybe I learn a new fun fact or a new way to do something, but I'm learning about the children. I'm learning something new about myself, and I learn a new skill almost every single day. So it really helps me keep growing personally, mentally, academically as well, because there's some things that I haven't touched on in years that I'm having to re-pick back up on in a kindergarten classroom. Strength areas for me would be, I would say, my patience and my ability to connect with the students on a very personal level as well as a mental level. I always think of myself as being able to put myself in their shoes so I can explain things better to them, so they can have a better understanding and I can have a better understanding of what they're asking or maybe what they're thinking. So I feel like that's a really big strength for me. And some areas that I probably need to grow in would be, I'm a big people pleaser and I have a really hard time saying no. So I've really been trying to work on that and not let everybody walk all over me or push myself and too much and like stretch myself too thin to the point where it's hurting me. So that's something that I've been working on and I definitely want to continue to work on in the future. Where do I see myself in 5 years? I honestly have no idea. The amount of change that has happened to me in the past 3 months, month, week, like I feel like I have changed as a person so much that I have no clue where I'm going to be. I have aspirations and I would love to see myself doing everything I could possibly do. Like I want to teach and still be a cheer coach and this and that. And then in 10 years, I would still love to be doing the exact same thing. Past that, I would love to be, I would love to be a big name in the teaching community and I want to make a real difference and a real change because I feel like, yes, I can make an impact in the classroom on that basic level, but there's so much change that needs to be made within the education system that if I get the opportunity to work above in like a higher level and more with the Board of Education or something like that, if I get that opportunity, I would love to take it and really push for the changes that are needed in this community because the teachers, the students, the professionals who are in this career path are just not getting what they need to help these students succeed and the kids are getting what they need to succeed. So if I get the opportunity, I would love to do that in years beyond. But anything recently, I don't know. I'm going to leave it up to faith and destiny and see what happens. See what's coming next for me. Hopefully all good things. So thank you for a wonderful semester. And this is me signing off.